All of the games I will be talking about in this video are great, but some of the trophies made me question my life choices. Not because they were hard per se, but because they were so annoying to get. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition came out for PS4 in 2014, and because I love the action-adventure genre, I enjoyed it quite a bit. But unfortunately, Square Enix, like a lot of other studios at the time, decided to incorporate an uninspired multiplayer mode that was pretty much dead on arrival. And this is when the worst and the grindiest trophy in this game, True Commitment, comes in, and it definitely delivers on its premise. You have to be truly committed to unlocking it, as it requires you to reach level 60 in multiplayer. An absolutely dead multiplayer as of 2022. Let me draw you a picture. This is a broomstick, by the way. To get to level 60, you will need to accumulate 1,077,100 XP, and if it sounds like a lot, then yeah, that is a lot. To get there, I boosted it, and it was a pretty miserable experience. The only upside was the fact that I did it with a close friend of mine, so we could just talk about life in the meantime, but still. It took us about 15 hours of mindlessly trading kills to unlock this trophy for the both of us. Collectibles in video games can be a ton of fun when done right, but unfortunately they weren't done right in Mafia 2. One type of collectibles in this game that you need for a card sharp trophy are wanted posters, and they can be found all around the map and are usually semi-well hidden. Honestly, I don't see how anyone would find them without a guide, and this is the worst part of it in my opinion. I can somehow deal with that type of collectibles in a linear game, so it would force me to pay attention to my surroundings, but in an open world game that has no indicators for them on the map whatsoever, it was just a bit much. But for a small fee of just $29.99, you will be able to go around the map and collect not 10, not 20, and not even 50 wanted posters, but 159. All that collectibles action for this incredibly low price. But wait, there's more. If you call right now and order the PS4 version, you will get an additional 30 posters absolutely free! Yes, you heard me right, 189 posters for this amazing price. Yeah, so they added 30 more posters for the Definitive Edition, and that cost me about 3 hours of my life of just driving from point to point while closely following a guide. Whoever thought that was a good idea, sincerely. Rockstar Games are notorious for high-effort trophy lists they put in their games, and I had some first-hand experience with that about a year ago. Now, I'm not necessarily against that, quite the opposite actually, but I found the solid gold baby trophy to be quite annoying in GTA 5. And yes, I know that in Red Dead 2 it's much worse, or at least it used to be worse before the patch, but I didn't play it, which is a bit ironic given that I actually own both Red Dead games. Twice. Thrice? 4 times? What the hell is wrong with me? But regardless, for this one I had to complete 70 missions with gold medals, which might not sound terrible, but it requires you to replay a lot of the missions to achieve said medals. Now, obviously some missions are easier, but even then, I remember being properly frustrated, especially towards the end, because I had to grind the same couple of missions over and over until I was able to achieve that gold medal, and you don't always know whether you succeeded or not until you completed the mission all the way through. I might suck at this game, which made it harder than it needed to be, but I still didn't have a good time. I said it multiple times before, and I will say it again. Max Payne 3 is an amazing yet underrated game. I enjoyed it so much that I even went out of my way to tackle its dreaded permadeath mode, but the thing that almost broke me in this game was something else entirely, which is quite funny given that I had to finish this game about 15 times to get that platinum. I am of course talking about the Training Complete trophy, which is awarded for reaching level 50 in multiplayer and unfortunately no longer obtainable. To say that this trophy is a hell of a grind is a massive understatement, and this trophy alone took me about 35 hours of playtime, which was an incredibly miserable experience because the fastest way to level up in multiplayer in this game is by playing Chapter 4 Part 1 in one of the arcade modes over and over and over again. And yes, it only takes about 3 minutes to complete this section, but because of loading screens, unskippable dialogue, and the fact that sometimes things would still go wrong despite my muscle memory, it was simply awful. I'll never forget the 2 weeks I spent just grinding this out. I am proud of this trophy, but this is something that I would never, ever put myself through again. What are your most annoying trophies to date? Let me know in the comment section below, and while you're at it, why not check out a video where I am talking about some great trophies instead. Thank you for watching.